So my next guest today is Juan Arango from PARMI. Nice to see you again, Juan.
Great to see you, Trevor.
Good to see you on this side of the pond. You know, normally we're meeting over there in Mexico or USA or wherever. So this week at the show, I believe PARMI's bringing out yet another AI tool.
That is correct.
You've already got automatic programming,
Yes.
which is assisted by AI.
I'd like to say powered by AI.
Powered by AI. Okay, that'll work. Okay. So what's the new module that you brought out?
So they released the auto debugging and now the auto verification.
Auto debugging and auto verification. Okay. So explain first of all how both of these work. So the auto debugging, if we take that
So the auto debugging, the goal is that when you create the program, and we're able to do 100%, because we don't have a golden database,
Right.
so we're building everything. We have been able to improve the polarity, the text. So when you're going through that programming portion of it, in the past you had to go back to each of the components that if it had more than one choice, you got to make a decision. So it's learned enough through deep learning to help you through that. So now it's almost nothing that you have to debug.
So what you're saying is using OCR to be able to read the numbers on the components and
Correct.
Determine the band colors and that sort of thing on the
Yes.
resistors, etc.
So then that they've been improving over the last few months. So right now for us, scan a board, typical size, it takes maybe 3 minutes. The debugging used to take about 45 minutes, now it takes about 10 or 15.
Right. Wow.
But the key is the verification. Everybody wants consistency in what you call a defect and what you don't.
Yes. Well, that's always the fine line, isn't it? You know, between you don't want escapes. You know, you don't want false calls.
But companies will tolerate false calls to not have escapes.
Right.
But their issue is on the verification or review or second judgment, whatever you want to call it, each operator may have a little different criteria. So the goal was to standardize that.
Right.
So by standardizing that, our auto verification module, well, it goes through what may have been a false call, and it tells you, that's good, that's real, these are good.
These are good.
These have a red. These are missing, misaligned, but it is consistent in what it calls the defect.
But where's it picking that information up from? Is it learning from what the operator has allowed in previous inspections?
In the design of this module, they have used other companies and used the deep learning feature, and then that's now part of that software. So now somebody, you know how when you go into a website and it says pick all the ones that are a bicycle?
Yeah.
So it's learning like that. And now you may have, say, 30 that you think are false calls. They're not false calls, but it tells you what is a defect.
Right.
If it was not able to determine, it leaves it blank for a second judgment that will be the deeper learning as it goes.
Okay.
But now the second judgment is almost nothing.
Almost nothing. And it's learning as it's going along. So
it's learning and building the database for your information.
Right.
And you don't have to be connected to anywhere, because that's one of the issues with some of our DoD accounts.
Yeah.
They can't be connected to anything.
Yeah. So this is actually this is programmed in. It's on-prem.
It could be either on the machine, or if you have multiple lines, some people like to put the data on their own server for the manufacturing, and it's there. So it's internal to your company.
Right. Excellent. Well, it sounds like a great idea, and that's available now?
Available now.
Great. Well, it sounds like you're certainly making the right decisions there. Seems to be the way it's going with all this.
Absolutely. We
AI
have some
stuff.
great programmers that every time I see a new module, I go, oh, wow, that's nice. This was supposed to not be ready till next summer.
Right.
And our owner challenged the software team and said, Productronica.
Really?
and it got released yesterday.
It got released yesterday.
Officially released yesterday.
Wow, it's always nice when something comes in early, that's for sure.
That's
it's usually the opposite. You know? Yeah, wow. Anyway, great to see you as always, Juan. And
Well, great to see you too.
Thanks for bringing us up to date.
You got it.
Thanks.